Hey YouTube, Untamed here. Today I'm going to give you my top 3 likes and my top 3 dislikes of the brand new 2026 Chevy Colorado Z71. Now my first like would be the overall unassuming capability of the Chevy Colorado Z71 here. What I mean by that is here we have a relatively small 2.7 liter Turbo Max 4-cylinder engine, a turbocharged 4-cylinder, and it puts out, are you ready for this, 310 horsepower and 430 foot-pounds of torque. Incredible figures from this powertrain here, not to mention with the Z71 suspension here, this particular Colorado can tow up to 7,700 pounds. That is remarkable. My second like would be the overall design and styling, especially of the front end. The current generation of the Chevy Colorado, I think, looks menacing. This front end here with these aggressive styled headlights here, blackened headlight housing of that gloss black finish integrating nicely into that front grille, I think it looks just super aggressive. And down the sides, you have a moderate level of fender flare, nothing crazy, quite like what you would find on the ZR2 Colorado, but just enough to make it nicely designed. There's a nice aesthetic to it. Checking out the back end here, again, I think these taillights, they flow nicely into the back fenders here. Just look at the body lines. There's a nice level of design and styling integrated here within the Colorado. The back end there, embossed Chevrolet across it, it looks great. What say you? To mention, I am a big fan of these wheels here. Normally I don't love overly busy wheels, but this here I think strikes a nice balance. You have that dark gray painted finish there, complemented nicely with that gunmetal finish all throughout it, to include right there in the center cap with your blacked out Chevrolet bow tie there. This is wrapped in some Goodyear Wrangler tires. It's just a very nice setup, and I think it's nicely suited and fitted to the Colorado Z71. And for my final like here, I'll make it a twofer. I really appreciate the combined fuel economy of 19 miles per gallon. That's not bad. Obviously, you'd maybe hope for a little bit more with it being a 4-cylinder, but a lot of that 4-cylinder power is directed toward performance. And that's abundantly clear when you look at the horsepower and torque, right, and towing capability. But I also love the fact that it is built, the final assembly point is Wentzville, Missouri. So always appreciate an American-made truck. Let's talk through my top 3 dislikes, starting with the MSRP, priced at just under $50,000. This Snowdrift Metallic light blue Chevy Colorado Z71 here is 50 grand. In my mind, 50 grand should buy you a nicely spec'd Chevy Silverado, but we all know that that is not our reality anymore. So perhaps it's my own fault for not getting with the times, perhaps, but in my mind, trucks like this should still be right around that $30,000 to $35,000 price point tops. But here we are, 50 grand is our new norm. So for me, it's hard to come to grips with the $50,000 midsize Chevy Colorado. Not even the top spec, top trim ZR2. 50 grand here. Moving to my second dislike, that is the overall sound that this engine produces. Obviously, 310 horsepower and 430 foot-pounds of torque is incredible, but the drama that you get with it just isn't there. It just has a very loud buzz to it as you're on throttle. It's just kind of a tinny, clanky sound to it. There's no really better way to put it. I'll give you an idea of what it sounds like on throttle here in the video. You tell me, is that something that you would love to live with day to day? You have to get on throttle, kind of get those the turbo spooling up to generate that peak power. So you're undoubtedly going to hear that every single day, daily driving it. Perhaps putting a catback exhaust on this would maybe fix the issue, make it a little bit less buzzy, a little bit less droney perhaps. I think that might be a nice fix to it. You tell me, if any of you have bought a turbocharged 4-cylinder truck and put a catback exhaust on it, did it improve it? And what kind of exhaust did you put on it? My third and final dislike would be the overall quality and feel of the interior. It's nothing special, I can tell you that. I mean, you get in here, you're met with a full digital gauge display, a sizable infotainment, stuff that you'd almost just come to expect with dang near every vehicle today, so that doesn't feel special. A lot of piano gloss black integrated throughout here to include the spots that you're going to be pressing buttons all the time. Don't love that. General Motors could have done better, certainly, with that. The seats are okay. I won't totally knock them. They're heated and ventilated. Yeah, a little bit of a styling cue with the red leather little strips here, but they could have done more, I think. It's just a lot of hard plastics in here. Even the things that appear to be metal, like the bezels here around the gear selection and four-wheel drive controls, they're plastic. This is all plastic. Even up here in the door panel, a ton of plastic to include this metal-looking piece here. The door handle plastic, everything just feels so cheap. And I get it, I mean, $50,000 is technically the lower end of mid-sized trucks today. I get it, but I would just hope for a little bit more. I want a little bit more wow factor when I get in this thing, and I just don't have it. Real quick, I'd like to offer a big shout out and thank you to Terrell Chevrolet here in Cheyenne, Wyoming for allowing me to get behind the wheel of the Chevy Colorado Z71 here and share my honest thoughts with you guys. My top 3 likes, my top 3 dislikes. Wrap up the video there, and I want to be fair in this video. You can get a pretty sizable discount and an incentivized interest rate when buying a Chevy Colorado Z71 today. So keep that in the back of your mind. You're not spending $50,000 for it at the end of the day. You're likely spending low $40,000 range if it means actually driving one of these home. So keep that in the back of your mind, and you certainly have a ton of negotiating power. There's no shortage of Chevy Colorados across the country. Have that in the back of your mind. For me personally, I would opt for the more expensive ZR2, which you can also get a decent discount on those too. Although it costs $7,000 to $8,000 more, MSRP wise, I think you get $7,000 to $8,000 more of bang for your buck, especially the ZR2 Bison. You get those AEV steel bumpers on it. It just feels special. There's a lot more wow factor there. So I'll wrap up the video there. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Colorado Z71 in particular. Would you consider buying one, and why? Thanks for watching as always. If you haven't done so already, please consider liking and subscribing. Your support means a ton, and I promise you it never goes unnoticed. Till next time.